Finally. Hey there YouTube, France Hopper here. It's Wednesday, April 24th, and yes, finally, we have a PS5 to unbox. There's probably loads of unboxings at this point, but what the heck. Let's add one more to unboxing playlists. Yes, at long last, I have a PS5. This is the version with the disc drive, or the optical drive, because I still like having games on physical media. And it also is a 4K Blu-ray player, which hopefully will replace my other Sony 4K Blu-ray player, which is awful. Anyway, that's the front of the box. There's the side, or one side anyway. There's another side that's just got the PS5 on it. This is very, very heavy, by the way. It's 20 pounds. And there is the back of the box. And yeah, I managed to get one of these directly from Sony. I've gotten a couple of invites from them now. And recently, just it had some decent timing as far as when it was happening financially and all that jazz. Because yeah, these things still aren't cheap, even if you buy them direct. But enough talk. Let's crack it open. So here is the top of the box. This is the new security seal that I believe they started implementing so that you know if it's a really new box or not from scalpers and all that. But yeah, let's cut this open, and in typical Sony fashion, I'm gonna bet that this is probably a box inside of a box. And what do you know? I'm right. Again. So, there is the box inside of the box. Mostly a plain white box with just the PlayStation logo on it. There's probably the serial number and all that jazz on the bottom of it. But let's pop this open here. And open that up. Oop. Unpacking instructions. Find the tab, pull tab, and tilt over. Okay. So, need to find that, and then do all that, apparently. So, we open that up. Okay, so, that's the tab. It's saying, start on that. I guess pull that whole thing out. Yes, okay. So this is probably going to be cables and stuff. There's the console. This is probably all of the cabling and stuff. So let me set that aside here real quick. And let's find a good place to lay this down. Let's try that. And see if we can't pull it on out. Oh yeah, that slides up pretty easy. Wow, that's actually smaller than I was expecting. Especially for how huge this box is. I mean, this is definitely still like the largest PlayStation ever, but honestly, that's a little bit smaller than I was thinking it was going to be. Yeah, let's get that back in frame there. So, there it is with your usual bits of probably paperboard or whatever. So, let's take that one off. That feels like it's probably going to be the bottom. It's not really labeled other than a triangle. So, got that one. And we got that one. Okay, so yeah, these definitely are going to fit only one way. So that was probably the bottom. Hey, look, there's a circle now. Okay, are we going to have the PlayStation shapes just all over this packaging? Wouldn't surprise me. So let's set that aside. And unwrap this bad boy. Let's see, how have we got this done? Like so. Alright. So there's one layer. Oh, and yep, in typical PlayStation fashion, there are layers to this. So, that's going to be the top of the console. And there she is. Let's move that off to the side. Ta-da! Yeah. So, if somehow you've managed to not see a PS5 yet, this is what it looks like. It definitely looks like a gigantic Wi-Fi router or something. In the back, looks like 2 super speed USB 3 Ethernet that I'm going to hope is Gigabit Ethernet, because, yeah, this thing does 8K. That better be gig. HDMI, usual power port, although it's interesting to see we're back to the figure 8, because I'm pretty sure the PS4 Pro actually had a larger plug than that. Maybe I'm wrong. It's been a while since I took a look at the back of my PS4 Pro. There's the bottom, where you can stick the whatchamacallit stand on, and yes, this actually includes a stand for once. That's actually not sold separately. On the front, you got another USB, looks like 2.0 port there. It's probably some special accessory port for charging because of the way it's designed and stuff. USB-C, eject, power, and obviously optical drive. So, if we do that, set that aside, get some of that packaging material out of the way. Let's take a look at the box that is probably all of the cables and stuff. So, yep, here we go. Got your quick start guide and plenty of instruction manuals here. So, quick start guide and safety guide. That's a very thick safety guide. Put that like so. Power cable. Just very plain and simple. This feels like the DualSense in here. Yes, it is. So there is our DualSense controller. This is actually lighter than I was thinking it was going to be, so very cool. See how that actually plays. Let's see, I'm going to guess this is going to be a charge cable for the controller in here probably. Yep, that looks like USB-C cable. Yeah, interesting that it's USB-C to A, especially with the USB-C in front, but okay. That works. And then, oh yes, the stand. That would be it. Oh yes, and I forgot Sony actually did it this time around. It comes with an HDMI cable. I mean, I think the PS4 did as well, but yeah, HDMI cable included, and I'm sure Sony's going to want you to use this one because theoretically, that's one rated for 8K. And last but not least, let's see if I can get it open. Because this isn't a monitor from Apple, it does come with the stand. Apparently a very confusing stand. Yeah. Sweet. Let me move all of this packaging aside, and we're going to get it hooked up to the TV. Be right back. Okay, so before we plug it into the TV, let's go ahead and attach the base, and I figured I'd show this because supposedly this is difficult to do. Yeah, so first things first, I'm going to have mine standing up, so we need to take the base here, and we need to rotate it in here for access to the little secret screw, which we'll go ahead and take out. Maybe. There we go. So hold on to that. It should be toolless, but it is also a flathead screw if you really want to secure things in. So let's set that down with the screw off to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and actually slide that over a little bit because we're going to take the console and we're going to flip it up. We're going to flip it around a little here. I'm going to try and show this as best as I can on camera, which probably isn't going to work super duper well. But with the console kind of facing you, there's a little plug here that you need to take out for the screw. Little super duper itty bitty piece of plastic that I'm going to set off to the side, although I think that actually can go into the base so that you don't lose it. Now, yeah, actually, there's a hole for that right in the base, and it should be that little bit right there. Yeah, so you take the plug from the bottom of the console and you stick it in there, like so. And you should now just take this and attach it like so. Yep, so everything kind of lines up there. Let me tilt this a little bit without dropping it. And there's a little screw hole in there. Take the screw from the bottom of the base, so don't rotate the base back closed. But stick that in there and just hand tighten. Like so. And Sony says you can use a coin to tighten it further if you want, but there you go. So that's the base. Nice and secure. Right, let me slide things around on the TV and then we'll go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so now that I've got a bit of a temporary setup going on here at the TV, let's go ahead and plug the PS5 in. It is connected to power. Let's shimmy that back a little bit. And let's see. Don't really see any indication that it is very much actually on, but let me grab the DualSense controller here real quick. And let's power the PS5 on. And which button was it? Was it the bottom one? Let's see. Yep. And for a moment there, I completely forgot to turn the AV receiver back on. So we need to plug in the DualSense controller. So let's grab the USB cable for that real quick. Trying to undo another one of these god-awful twist ties. I think Sony tried using like some recycled paper or something on them, and boy, do they just disintegrate when you try to undo them. So untangle that cable very quickly and plug the cable right into the front, which we've done. And let's go ahead and plug in our controller like so. Apparently it's got voiceover in multiple languages. We're going to do that. We are going to do that, even if it is Nuance Ava, which is actually pretty good voiceover voice. And let's turn that up a little bit. So, let's adjust the display area. So it wants to set HDR first. I'm going to move back behind the camera here just real quick to where I'd kind of normally be sitting on the sofa, and let's make that a little bit brighter. Downside to the TV that I have with LG is it's got this actually rather annoying auto HDR thing that no matter what I set on this, it's going to try and do it on its own. So I'm going to say that's good enough to start. And now brighten that up some more. Oh, that definitely needs to be brighter. That's maximum brightness, which the TV will probably figure out that it's trying to display in a bit here, so we'll hit OK with that. I'm going to skip discs for now. So let's see what we got for custom. 3 hours, that's pretty good. Yep, stay on the internet. Enable remote, do automatic updates, continue, I agree to disagree, and we'll do that software update later. And let's add a user, which I'll set up later in greater detail. Sure, you can get my analytic data. So let's go over to settings here. And I do want to import from my PS4, which I wonder if I need to actually do a software update to do first. Well, guess I'll have to go through the manual to figure that out, but yeah, there you go. It's a PS5, finally. And since I hit the PS button, it wants to give me a quick little tutorial here of how the menu works. But yeah, there you have it. That is, at long last, a PS5. I'm gonna finish setting this up and get Genshin installed on it, because hey, 3.0 dropped yesterday, so good timing. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you next time.